On and off against a black Toronto sky, most condo lights flicker like fireflies, while others never turn on.
I've always heard the stories about people being like, you can always look at the lights to see how, if people are living in a building.
This condo dweller with a sweeping skyline view decided to find out the numbers for himself, spending more than a year capturing and analyzing the nightly light show.
I wrote a little script that let my computer do automated photography every 5 minutes, nonstop. And then in the morning I would wake up and I would just download all the photos and process them.
Then he crunched the numbers to find out just how many units could be sitting vacant downtown.
It turns out that it was 5.6%, which was, a lot higher than I thought.
City officials say there's no reliable research, though data on residents' hydro and water usage does show up to 4% of homes, or 28,000 units, are low consumption. That could mean a building is being renovated or the owner is traveling, while in other cases, it's just an empty investment property. A few years ago, Vancouver tried to curb the practice by taxing owners of empty homes.
And I'm open to exploring whether this would be the right measure for Toronto.
That pledge from the mayor was back in 2017. Councillor Anna Bailau says the city needs to speed up efforts to bring a tax here too.
It's actually trying to incentivize people to use homes for what they're actually supposed to be used.
There are so many units that are not being used as housing.
This housing expert says taxing owners could change that if it's done right.
You don't want to penalize people who are not causing the problem. For example, I buy a house and I don't move into it for half a year for various reasons, and the other party has moved out. Well, that's an exception, for example, in Vancouver.
When it comes to Vancouver's vacant housing tax, it's not yet clear just how many units it's actually brought back into the market. What is clear is they've raised tens of millions of dollars in new revenue, and most of that is pinpointed for affordable housing projects, which begs the question why Toronto is waiting so long to decide if we're going to implement a tax like this here, when it seems there could be more empty condos in the city than we think. Lauren Pelly, CBC News, Toronto.